G'day and welcome to AFL Legends Unite. I'm Darryl Atkinson. Today I'm going to be previewing the North Melbourne Richmond clash from Etihad Stadium tonight. I do apologise. I didn't get the first two games of today up. I think it is Gold Coast and West Coast, and I think GWS and Essendon. Yeah, they're the two games I didn't get up today. Kind of woke up quite a bit late, unfortunately. It was quite, neighbours were quite loud, so didn't really get a good sleep. But anyway, this one's going to be a beauty. Unfortunately, I was highly disappointed with last night's game between Geelong and Adelaide. It was so boring. It was just, it was horrendous. But today, hopefully this game is going to be good. I think it's a 50-50 game. I'm hoping it's a 50-50 game. I hope the scoreboard, the lead changes all the time. But this one, I'm actually going to tip North Melbourne because it's at Etihad Stadium, and North Melbourne use the smaller grounds pretty damn well. They're able to shut down play. They're able to use it to their advantage. And when they actually get the ball and turn it over, they're actually quite quick to attack. And by the time they're already in their forward 50, the opposition defence is already in disarray. And Richmond, they finally got a breakthrough win last week, but they just haven't been performing a decent... No, they just haven't been performing too well. They always keep coming up short. This one's going to be very difficult, but I feel like North Melbourne, despite the fact they're not favourites to win this game, I think they will win this game. The last time these two teams played last year in round 11, it was North Melbourne by 70 points in a mauling. And that will probably be... Actually, that was down in Tassie. Yeah, Tassie. But hey, you look at the disposal average, 368 to 354 in favour for North Melbourne. That's actually quite impressive. Clearances are quite even, 37 to 36. That's okay. You guys will probably ask me to kind of dissect that, and I actually will, because I always love checking the clearances, because obviously it's really crucial to see, no, not that one, cheers. It's really crucial to see who's winning, or who's got the average stoppages or centre clearances, it's really crucial. I think centre clearances are probably more crucial, to be honest, because if you're able to get those clearances and get down your forward line quickly as possible, you can put a lot of pressure on the defenders. Clearances down below. Here we go. So stoppage clearances 24 apiece, but 14 to 12 in favour of North Melbourne for average clearances. What? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's weird. Wonder why it's done that. So that's correct. So it is 36 for Richmond, but it should be 38 on average for North Melbourne. So it's not 37, it's 38 average for North Melbourne, and the AFL screwed up there, to 36 average for Richmond. And not really surprisingly, but North Melbourne, obviously, centre clearances is their strong point, 14 to 12, while it's 24 apiece on average for those stoppage clearances. Hit outs 44 to 33. Goldstein, he actually had a tough time against Matthew Cruiser last week, but yeah, it will be interesting to see how they're able to do it. Contested possessions, 141 to 147 in favour of Richmond. Richmond are pretty good in that department. Uncontested, however, 226 to 198 in favour of North Melbourne. And they did it so well. I think the game that still surprises me was the clash against Adelaide, obviously, 64 to nothing in the first quarter. That was, honestly, because I was actually at the Collingwood and Carlton game, and I couldn't believe it. I had to keep, I went on several websites to find out if it was a true score, because I was like, what, this can't be right. The AFL app mustn't be working too well. But yeah, no, they're an outstanding side at the moment. They've surprised a lot of people where they are, because they got a lot of young kids who have been playing very well. And they got very lucky last week. They got very lucky that Carlton were storming back from 45 points down. I think they were leading twice. They were 45 points up, North Melbourne. But yeah, Carlton hit back and then the start of the last quarter actually got in front but then unfortunately the young kids just ran out of legs, got too tired, and yeah, died out. And North Melbourne were able to take complete control of it, but they only won by 17 points in the end. So there's a few problems that they've got to fix up. It's able to play all 4 quarters of football for North Melbourne, because you can't just sit back and think, oh, we've won it, we're like 7-8 goals up, we'll just sit back, relax, and just cruise on home. And you can't do that in the AFL, especially in 2017, when anybody can beat anybody can come back. It's just that sort of a competition, and you just got to be really careful of how you go. You got to play 4 quarters. You got to play 4 quarters. But yeah, I'm feeling like North Melbourne, because it's at Etihad Stadium, they should win this. I'm going North by 10 points. Straight to their lineup: Williams, Terrence, Vickers-Willis in defence, with halfback in Hansen, Thompson, Scotty Thompson, and Macmillan. Centres in Gibson, Cunnington, and Mollett. Half forwards in Turner, Waite, Garner. Forwards in Hrovat, Brown, and Dumont. Followers in Goldstein, Zeeble, Higgins, McDonald, Clark, Atley, and Wood make up the interchange, while emergencies in Swallow, Bruce, and Williams. So really no changes there for North Melbourne from last week. Straight into the Richmond lineup, and in defence we start with Rance, Asprey, and Grimes. Halfback in Alice, Hooley, McIntosh. Stagner, Prestia, and Grick make up the centre, while Rioli, Lloyd, Edwards, half forward, and Martin, Jack Rewalt, and Butler in the forward role. That's quite interesting. Dustin Martin in the forward role. That's really. He must be injured. He must be pulling up quite sore, because you don't add a dominant midfielder into the forward line unless he's struggling because of injury. So some questions there for Dusty. But followers in Nankovic, Cochin, and Lamberts. Interchanges in Short, Caddy, Bolton, and Menardo. Emergencies in Miles, Hunt, and Elton. So Butler comes in for Elton, who was omitted. But yeah, it should be still a 10-point win. Actually, I'm going to increase it to 20 points just because of Dusty Martin. Dusty Martin, forward roll, yeah, clear as day. He must be pulling up quite sore. So it'll be interesting to see how Richmond actually respond after their victory last week. But it's probably going to be a tough game of football for both sides. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it from me here at AFL Legends Unite. Good luck to both sides. I hope your team wins, guys. And yeah, you all take care, stay safe, and I shall see you in the next video.